Hello everyone. Today's session, today's topic of this session is about drawing. As we all know, drawing. Uh, it seems a very common thing that what do we need to learn drawing as a subject or drawing as a topic? I would like to say that drawing is a very special subject which is useful in almost all the field, whether it is a technical field or any artistic field. Any product can't be possible without making its drawing. We can say that drawing is divided into two parts. Like first is the artistic drawing, and another one drawing is the technical drawing. So if I'm talking about the technical drawing is useful to making all the products. Like for example, your phone. It also require drawing what should be the product. So it is a kind of a idea of your perception, or it is an visualization of your ideas, or whatever theme, color, everything is in your mind. So just to present it onto a paper so that you have a very clear idea about your product before making it. So I think drawing is very useful. As far as fashion design is concerned, so designers always follows their emotions, the designers always follow their mood, and the texture, silhouette, everything, whatever they have into their mind, they always represent it onto a paper so that they have an idea of their product after which is going to be made after cutting or stitching. So they have a kind of a visualization onto the paper before making any product. So before wasting any time, I would like to share my screen so that we can continue this session. Just a second. So I hope my screen is visible to you all. Yes. So our today's topic is fashion drawing. Guys, what is the difference in fashion drawing and any other drawing? See, drawing is basically a representation of your ideas through your lines, through dots, through colors, or your emotions, your representation of your emotions, right? But in fashion, there are some terminology which is very specified. So today we are going to learn about that terminology in respect of the drawing. So first is fashion drawing. Fashion drawing is, you can also say that it is a three-dimensional fashion figure which requires texture, shading, and movement of line for fabric draping. Whenever you see any fashion drawing, you can easily visualize the color, the fabric, the texture, the softness, everything. You have a very clear idea about the garment which is going to be made after seeing that drawing. So the first terminology which we are using, the first word which we are mostly using whenever it comes to the fashion drawing is first is crookie. You might be heard this name before, or maybe you are hearing it first time. So crookie in French, crookie is a French word, and in French, crookie means a template or a fashion figure template. Like in our school times, we used to make the stencils of A, B, C, D, or it's kind of a stencil, or you can say that it is a kind of a template of a fashion figure. It is having a standard size. Like crookie, generally we called it into the heads. Standard crookie sizes is of 9 heads, and it could be 10 head also. 10 head means it is divided. Head means the divisions. So it is a drawing which fashion designers used to represent their garment onto the fashion figure. That the importance of the crookie in fashion design is so that you have a rough idea about how that garment falls onto a any person's figure. Next term is fashion illustration. Again, you might see, after seeing the pictures, you might have a relationship between the crookie and the fashion illustration, but there is a difference in the fashion illustration as well as crookie. In fashion illustrations, a designers put all their heart, body, mood, soul, everything to visualize the idea of their silhouette, even it fashion illustration also carry the texture of the fabric, the fall of the fabric, the transparency of the fabric. Even it also include the hair accessories, makeup, hair, everything, footwear, any other accessories, so that you're having a very clear idea of the runway. Also, if you want to showcase your garment onto the runway, so you have a clear idea. Or in a very short term, or in a very cut short word, you can say that it is a detailed expression of head to toe details expressions into a form of fashion illustrations. So I hope now you understood the difference between the fashion crookie, oh sorry, the crookie as well as the fashion illustrations. So these two are also the mode of representation. One more thing which generally designers use, that is stylized crookie or the stylized illustration. Fashion illustrations is always a detailed version in which you can clearly see if after seeing this picture, if I'm talking about this first picture, you can see, okay, there is something overcoat or a jacket maybe made up of denim or any thick fabric. Under that she is wearing a polka dot top. Over that, she's also having a scarf, maybe of a very light texture, very light fabric, like it could be a chiffon or it could be a silk, and she's carrying it with a short. So you have a very detailed idea about the texture, how it looks. Even designers also given the accessories and the look, the hairstyle look also. But in stylized fashion figure, you have a very rough or a very stylized version in which you not so clear. Everything is not so clear, but you are having a idea. Okay, how it going to look like this. Okay, so I hope the difference between the crookie and the fashion illustration is clear. Third terminology is, which is very usually we are using, is flat. Flat, also called a 2D sketch in fashion terminology. It is a two-dimensional linear drawing of a garment. For example, you need to understand that if you are taking any picture of you need to draw any garment which is laid on flat onto a bed or onto a surface, then how it looks. So it should also carry some detail, but not the detail of the accessory. Flat also carry the detail of the stitch, what kind of stitch is going to be used. It is a very simple drawing. It also carry how many number of button, how much button, where it should be tie, what kind of collar it has to be, the garment has to be. Each and every detail is clearly visible into the flat. As well as for a flat, as far as flat is concerned, so we are making two or three directions flat, like from the front, from the back, as well as from the side. If any garment is having any detail from the side, then we need to make a side flat also. So front and back, it should be uh, basically the flat should be a minimum of two sides, front and back, and sometimes it could be side also. Now I hope flat is also clear to you. Now the next is specs. We can also call specs technical spec sheets. Guys, technical spec sheet is again a detailed description of your drawing, or a if you remember, I have also said you the drawing is considered. We are considering drawing into two part. One is the artistic mode, and one is the technical one. So, as far as fashion figure or fashion illustration is concerned, in Crookie we also required some technical things like the head, the division of the body, and the proportion of the head, the torso, as well as the leg. But again, if it is a stylized version of Crookie, then we are more into the artistic media. We are using mostly the artistic media or the artistic drawing. But as far as technical specs are concerned or the flats are concerned, it required technical drawing. In technical drawing or in technical spec, uh, the difference into the flat and the specs basically mostly are the detailed description. Suppose, for example, you are making a t-shirt for any XYZ brand. So you need to put the brand logo. So you should be very particular about the position, like from shoulder it should be 6 inches below from the shoulder, or left hand side or the right hand side. How much the width of the placket it should be carrying, and so that each and every team member of your company knows about the detail or of that know about the details of your product. So you are and this is called the spec sheet or the technical spec sheet. It also required how many number of pockets, or where is the placement, right placement of the pocket onto your garment, as well as the placement of the buttons, right? So I hope it is clear to you all. If you have any other doubt, so you can please ask me anytime. One second. So I hope you are clear with the terminology of fashion drawing. It is, guys, it is very useful for your entrance exam. Like most of the question have asked about what is the difference into the flat, what is the majorly difference into the flat as well as your technical spec sheets, and why designer prefer more to work on fashion illustrations. Why not they simply made the garments? So maybe sometime it is directly and sometime it is indirectly the question is going to be asked. So thank you so much. If you are having any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Thank you.